States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Adopt the agenda.
I do have two things to add. New business number 13. Discuss designating a member to the planning and zoning committee. And then new business number 14. We have an additional, sorry. This was under number 2, we have an additional resolution to go with the recognition of the subject family.
Also, this is number 2 in the business there.
Yeah, just added to it, yep.
Okay. So that's all you have, I'll make a motion to approve agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Consent agenda.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is, we have, all in favor?
Aye.
It's been a day, okay? Open forum, anybody wishing to speak has 2 minutes, if it's not on the agenda. Okay, old business. Moving on. Vacating sidewalk on south and east side of Spring Grove Soda Pop. So we,
The memo that Greg sent wants you guys to discuss, if you vacate it, you're vacating a portion of your right of way, which you highly doubt you wanna do that, because that comes into play when you're redoing your streets and everything. So he wants you to kind of think about what you wanna do, if you wanna make the person remove the sidewalk, probably be the best option, and just have approaches to the doors. Otherwise, you get into sticky slope of having the city having to close it down and do those sorts of things.
So, I guess, I can't remember what he was, he just looking for a way to vacate it, or just,
He just doesn't want the public using it.
It's
Right.
not safe.
It's
it's
dangerous.
not safe, so then I guess at that point there, then we talk about vacating it. But, you don't give right away, it's what we just ask him, just tear out the sidewalk, this grass there.
I know he kinda talked like that, but
He didn't really wanna tear it out,
He didn't wanna tear it out yet this year. Maybe
because
next
you
year,
kinda come
he
out
said.
that front door and walk sidewalk to the side door, but
I think he thought if it was vacated, that he just could put a sign up when he wanted, when it was dangerous,
Yeah,
but we all didn't know at that time that there was more to it.
I didn't understand it, just saying, like, if there's a sidewalk in my front yard and I want to take it out,
you could,
You
you couldn't go
wouldn't-
other sidewalks.
you wouldn't lose your right of way though. The city still would keep the right of way, just not a sidewalk.
And what's the danger, stuff coming off the roof or what?
Yeah, it's metal roof, I think, like, so there's
Yeah.
some other
Right,
people
so
that
there's
walk
any
right
way
there.
you can enclose it, you know, like, where they walk through something.
I think that's what
Maybe
he was
one
talking about,
construction
was
site.
just putting up a railing or barrier, so people.
Well, it's right next to the street though, that's the bad part.
Yeah. You don't
There's
there's no,
no, there's nothing there, it's, you know, it's
You know,
curb sidewalk,
Right.
building. So pushing snow there really.
well, we can't give up our right of way. And the other side where the snow isn't, he's always going in and out with forklifts and semis backing up. It's pretty much his loading dock area. So that,
On this side there.
yeah. With multiple trucks in and out of there every day.
So I guess maybe we have to reach out to Bob and see if he's willing to just tear it out, or, I don't think everything's the right answer, especially, we're pushing snow there, if something happened, then we'd be liable for trailer. At least we still have buffers in for pushing snow. Even though he has to push it back out again, so he,
See if he can get it tore out this year yet and put dirt in there, I guess. Is that,
well,
because we
ask him,
can't,
maybe he'll change his mind if we ask him to tear it out, maybe he'll just say, hey, unsafe sidewalk or something. Or if he doesn't plow the sidewalk, then
Yeah.
It's not vacated though.
that's the bad part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to maintain the sidewalk.
can we just give him permission to not plow the sidewalk?
No.
No.
I don't want to plow the sidewalk either.
No, that ain't the answer.
I don't know what the answer is there then, cause it's,
If the,
I don't have one.
if,
That's a first.
Unless
he's
it's
worried
tear it
about
out.
stuff coming off the
Unless you
roof,
tear it
can
out.
he
Yeah,
make
that's right.
something to his roof to divert it or
I'm trying to think what to do without tearing it out.
something to keep the, to make it safer, so it doesn't hit the sidewalk.
The
Anything
problem
like
is,
that.
like, he put the snow traps up on there,
Yeah.
but then it sits up because every time it snows, it's 40 degrees the next day. So if the snow doesn't fall, it melts off, and
It's
then
still
at
making an
night,
ice patch
and
there.
then you got an ice patch that thick the next morning
On the
so-
sidewalk,
on
so.
the sidewalk. So it's there's like he's tried.
I understand a lot of, I know he's worried about a couple residents that use it all the time.
Yeah. Can we just reach out to Bob and to explain the situation? If we vacate it, we lose.
He knows the situation.
Yeah.
I sent it to him, so he's just waiting to see what you guys.
I mean, I guess what he's willing to do.
Okay, I can do that.
We have a few months before we have to worry about snowing.
Right.
What's he willing to do?
Okay.
If he's willing to tear it up, then I would go that route. But then we'll figure something else out.
Okay.
Do we need a vote on that or just?
No, I'll just talk with him.
Okay. Alright, moving on to extending rental agreement till September or October for West Main. That's the fire station house, right?
Yes, she's moved out, but she still has some items in there, and they're wondering, since there is no plans for the building, if they could rent it a couple more months.
I thought somebody else wanted to move in there.
She does, she can wait, but, I said, let me ask the council.
So she wants to rent it a couple more months.
She wants to pay rent for storage?
For storage,
Okay,
yeah. that's-
yep, I make a motion to send the contract.
Well,
It's just,
but we have somebody that's willing to
I
move
know.
in.
but if she's willing to keep paying the rent just to storage stuff,
Yeah, but I'd rather see.
Yeah, I'd rather see a
Yeah.
young
living
family
in
in the
there
house
than
spending
every
tax
storage
dollars,
facility.
you know?
Yeah,
Is this person that's wanting, they want to move in now?
They can wait.
Can't know.
Yeah, they have a place they're staying, they're just ready to move out whenever this is available. Because she happened to be in my office when this came in, and she goes, I can't wait.
so if she's using it for storage, though, you can rent a storage place a lot cheaper than you can probably pay for rent on a
And-
house.
and
then they have to move
utilities.
it though.
Huh?
And then they have to go to work over it twice.
Well, my concern, like, extending it through October, this other person would be asking to move in potentially when the snow season is begun. Could we say extend through September?
Huh? I think, well, so there's a kid too, so the kid would be late starting school or they would be commuting.
Yeah.
So this child not living, currently not in town.
No,
Living outside.
no, yeah. I think they're in Kelvin, if I'm right. And I'm assuming the kid will be coming here, hopefully.
So right now she's moved out. She's no
She-
longer taking residence, she's just storing stuff there.
Yeah.
It's another body in town spending money.
No, I know.
on gas, you
Get
know.
here.
We still have a motion from you.
I would like to kill my motion.
We can
It
amend
died to
it.
lack of second. McGuber just didn't call it.
We can amend it.
We can amend it though, to
Well,
tell
we're
her,
still talking.
get her stuff out.
But right now, it's through the end of August. or it's?
No, right now it's done the end of this
It's
month.
done.
Done with,
It's this month?
Cause the new girl is gonna move in, August 1st.
I would,
And I think, did we approve the new, at the last meeting, did we approve the?
That she could move in, yes, but she did say that,
on the same terms as the other one.
she's like, I could wait another month, she's like, I have a place to live. She's like, not,
Let's ask the former tenant to please get her stuff out of there, so we can.
Well, then.
We don't want this
do
other
it.
person having to travel with their kid to school every day when the kid can walk.
If this
the
other-
block.
The new rental person has a place, then have the one that's got, he wants it for storage to have her stuff out by September, that gives her another month. And then let the new one move in first of September, even though she said she can go in first of August.
and I think the new renter's totally fine with that, cause it gives them a little additional, more time to get your down payment and then pull together, so I think she.
Can we just tell her this?
Instead of 2 months, give her one?
Yep.
So I make a motion to,
Hold on, Trent still has his out.
oh,
No, it said that last second. Nobody seconded it. Hoover didn't call it.
Okay, Mike, go ahead.
make a motion to have the current rental person be out by the 1st of September. And that the new one, it will be available to her the 1st of September for the new rent.
Okay.
So, new amendment, maybe.
31st.
I'll buy out the 21st.
Or-
That way it's not the same day.
Yeah.
We have the next day. And I will second that.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Consider removing speed bump on Second Ave Southeast.
Removable, not removing the
Oh.
area.
Why? Jan doesn't live down there no more.
So this came before many of you were
Long
here.
time ago.
And we have a daycare center right along there and people speed through there all the time. And so we put the little green people out saying slow down, and it worked for a while, including me. Eventually it didn't work anymore for me either, because then I just.
Hot
went
rod
right
area
back
here
to
is
the waves.
Mustang or what?
Yep,
So the council back then at that time said that if that didn't work, they would maybe bring it back and look at removable speed bumps, because there is a daycare there. And our utility guys said they don't want it permanent, because it's hard to snowplow in the winter time. And so these people along that street called back and asked if the council would consider that.
We
Can we
have,
get some on Division 2?
no, not a road. What,
along with.
I know they brought it back, but do we ever get, we have to get new pricing, I suppose, for them?
They-
Along
Can't
with
be more
speed
than
bumps, we
1,000
should do a one-side parking too.
We did one side of
It
parking
is
up
one
there.
side.
On the first block, but on the second block, the third block, there should be one-side parking too. Won't mention no name.
They're in front of my daycare and I don't know what the date is that they pulled them, but probably October or something.
That's some maple renewable.
Yeah, they're just,
Yeah.
and they're yellow, you see them. It's really funny when you see somebody try and blow over them. There's one certain car that does not, and it is hilarious.
Is it
Like,
black?
it's blue, and it's like, I can't wait till your repairman's gotta love those.
Yeah, I hit those ones.
I'd say bring, we can get some pricing.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't remember what they cost and why we didn't do it last time. You know, biggest hiccup right away, that
I
first
think
time
we were-
around was, the streets were so narrow too, so then we went one-sided for the first block.
I think we're waiting to see if this little cheaper approach worked first.
I think that's what it was, a little green and a little cheaper.
So where would they go, starting at what point to what point?
Probably throughout the street.
I think you probably get,
I mean,
I would say at least on each side of the daycare.
Yeah, I do a house down and a house up, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then, like, over in Mabel, they've got two of them. Like, they didn't just put them on one side of the road,
Yeah.
because then people drive around them, so
Yes.
you have to put one in each lane.
Like
I tried doing
6-foot
that too.
sections, I just
Tried straddling
looked it up
it.
quick for
Yeah.
about $200 a piece, so.
So,
That's not bad.
That's the most expensive one.
$800, does John have that in the street budgets? Should we ask him?
You need to see if you find some.
Alright, we'll look at pricing, we'll see what we can do with it.
As far as one side down the whole street, that's a different discussion.
I think
Yeah.
you guys should make a motion if we can afford it, just let us go ahead and do it.
I'll make a motion that if it's reasonably priced, to go ahead and purchase these speed bumps and install them on either side of the daycare street house. Are there any other houses, with daycares that would need that too though in this town?
Put a couple right in front of
Right
my
over by,
house.
Yeah.
This
we're
one right over here?
Well, because
I would say
there's
maybe try to find enough for
3 daycares on that block, but they didn't got that.
this one over here.
yeah, we're going to the shop, I have 3 of them. But they're all spread out.
Wanna
Yeah,
make-
they're not as close.
Well, that's where you just make sure you get a few here and there then.
Yeah.
But if you put them at least at the first.
Put 'em right
At
in-
the first
Put
one.
one at
and
the first end, put one at the other end, put one right in the middle.
then- Yeah,
Better put them right in front of the house.
Could we
Yeah,
kind
slow
of
down.
broaden it to let them figure it out,
Right in front of the
where's a
house.
good place, like, just say up to 6, speed bumps to put on the streets near daycares?
6 sets.
so, yeah,
So
like
they
I
have to
say,
get
it's
double wide.
sets.
Okay, so up to 6 sets. So I should phrase it as an amendment, so to amend Trent's motion that authorize city staff to, purchase up to 6 sets.
They would stay there till winter, or
They
basically?
pull right before the first snow, I suppose.
Yeah, then the city employee has to go out and move them every time then?
No, you
No,
pull
they
them, they're
pull 'em
gone,
off.
they're gone.
Just take
for the
them off
year.
for the
They're
winter.
just here in the
Got
summertime.
plastic or rubber.
Well, right, I know, but I mean, so
Yeah,
that's
so-
what I'm saying, how long will it be there? They'll
Just
use-
summertime.
Probably just like the
Or-
pool, kinda like the lane at the pool, that sign goes up for, what is it, June
Yeah.
1st to August 31st, whatever it is. But it'd probably be a little longer than that.
Cause the winter time people usually drive slower anyways. So.
Depends on what you drive.
So do I have a second on Trent's?
Just a thought, do we wanna put a number like that on it, or would we rather do a budget number, like up to a certain amount on these things?
I'd say check pricing first, that'll kind of determine how many you can afford maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and if we could afford, like John and I can purchase items without bringing it here, it's under.
Right.
Under a certain amount. If it doesn't exceed the threshold, get 6 sets.
Do we have a clean enough motion, or?
Yeah.
That's, it's getting kinda crazy, isn't
Clear,
it?
clear as mud there. Do I have a second on that?
I'll second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Alright, moving on to new business. Resolution 2650 approved facilities plan report for wastewater treatment by relocation.
Hi, that's me. That's Emma Nolenberger with the WHKS. Came here a while ago to initially present that facility plan, and we've now gotten feedback from the MPCA engineer who reviewed it. So a couple things that I've adjusted to improve it. One of the things was that we have now turned it into kind of a phased project in the facility plan, which is beneficial to you guys in the future. We talked about how we're gonna go with the outfall relocation. But if that doesn't get our TRC levels down, we're still required by the NPDES permit to get those down then with UV disinfection. And so I've phased that in the facility plan now so that if we do end up having to go to a UV disinfection project, we won't have to do the facility plan all over again. So that will just save some engineering time and just paperwork time really. So I included that in the plan, and then I also addressed a couple of, we've had a couple of violations at the plant, so I addressed those and the inflow and infiltration that's been occurring in the city, and just kind of talked about what our plans and next steps forward are. And then the other thing I also updated was I fleshed out a little bit more. This isn't a final number, but the last number I got from Mike Bubani, your financial advisor, as far as rate increases, was about 14.4%. So that's not only because of the debt service that would be incurred with the outfall relocation, that also includes him taking into account losses from Northern Engraving leaving and other just operational expenses. But based on what those current rates are now, he's estimating around a 14.4% rate increase, and that would include the outfall relocation, that this facility plan is for. And then the last thing is just that I need a formal resolution adopting the facilities plan, so that would be the official motion that I would be looking from you guys tonight. But if there's any questions first, obviously.
Does anybody have any questions on?
You said we talked about last month, didn't we? When Tim was here.
This was.
Well, this has been part of the process we've been
This has been
working
part
on.
of, we've
Yeah.
been working on it for a while, but
For
then, Tim did
years.
talk about some of this other stuff last month, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the project is still on schedule as well, so nothing has changed there. We just submitted 60% plans to the MPCA, we're still planning to bid this fall.
So the last few years, we've been on the schedule and we have to meet certain deadlines by, so far as we go on this part of that
Yep.
process.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2650.
Have a second?
I'll second.
I'll take it again.
Yep.
Alright, any more? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Alright.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stick around for 6, just in case there's anything to report to Tim.
Actually, no, you should go.
Are you sure?
He doesn't want you to be part of it.
Oh, okay.
He said she doesn't have those answers, so tell her not to be part of
okay.
it. So I'll save you the hassle.
Alright, thank you all.
Thank you.
Alright, moving on to recognizing the Sunday family, resolution 2651, honoring the life and legacy of Lee Sunday.
Yeah, so he passed away here just a few days ago, and I think everybody knows what they continue to give as a family. So, being that in his funeral's coming up on this Monday, that would be a nice gesture to do a formal resolution, and then the one specific action would just be putting the flags at half-mast on his funeral day, Monday. And then also they'll have a local memorial service here at some point in the future. Do the same.
Well, resolution 2651.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Alright, any discussion? Alright, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries. Flood recovery discussions.
We put this on here because I thought we'd have several people coming tonight to talk about all their concerns that they had. But I will bring up the fact that I met with the state of Minnesota representatives on Monday over at Houston County. And our emergency management coordinator at Houston County has been gathering information for our local residents if there's been any damages occurred. In case there are some funds out there, he's gonna go for that, but right now there are none. So I've been telling people when they call, like, don't get your hopes up, don't count on it, but somebody's trying on their behalf. Cause a lot of these people, I would say 95% of the people I talked to, their insurance didn't cover it. So, and there's broken water heaters, furnaces, we've had a lot of damage in our city. So when I met with the state on Monday, they only focused on putting out the city. So we submitted photographs of our damage and our estimated numbers, and then we have some quotes that are still coming in. And once I get all of that to them, we should expect a payment, if it's approved by the governor, in around September. They're only gonna pay up to 75% of the cost.
They pay it up front or do they pay once the work is done?
We have to submit all the final
Yeah, we,
quotes to them, and then they reimburse us.
so we'll pay it up front and then pay
It's just reimbursed.
And then there's a year to do it,
Mhm.
calendar year to get the project done.
Yep.
But as far as the, what we reported of the losses from the city, I mean, we have gone around and kind of documented as much as we can,
Mhm.
in the streets and all sorts of things, so.
I will also add too, there was kind of a rumor floating around that our facilities failed, and they did not. they were overloaded, and there's a difference. And part of that was probably because we got upwards of almost 11 inches of rain. And secondly, we found out that many people in our city were pumping their water into the sewer system, which is not allowed, but I think some pumps are installed that way. So it was two outsiding factors the city had no control over that overloaded our system. So I'm just letting you guys know, in the future, there may be something coming forward from our city engineer where we're gonna have to address that, because we cannot allow people to pump down into the sewer. So it might be something that we have, people with some pumps may have to have inspections done. So that will be coming in the future from our city engineer.
So just to clarify for anybody that's watching, so, I mean, the damages people had, some people had damage just straight from water intrusion, and some people had damage, like on the Giants, from sewer backup, the sanitary sewer backup, from floor drains, in our case, and that was because, best we can tell, there's a number of properties in town that have sump pump systems that are supposed to be connected just out to their yards
Yep.
for drainage, but are instead connected probably to floor drains or otherwise directly into the sewer system.
Right.
So it's, as the rain was coming, that was via the sump pumps overloading the sanitary sewer system. Because
Yeah.
I think it seems weird to people to think during a rainstorm we have a sewer backup, but that
Right.
might be why.
That is why.
And
And
that's why you're not supposed to pump
into your sewer.
Yes.
into your
Yes.
floor drain,
But honestly, like, to be very honest, I wouldn't have known that. I would trust my plumber to come in and do it however they feel it's supposed to be done, because I don't know that kind of stuff. And I would imagine most average ordinary person's kinda like me. Cause if I see water coming in, the first drain I see is where I'm gonna divert it to. I would think about going through a window, like, I wouldn't know that. And if you don't know that, you don't know that.
So you're talking about, in the future, there might be somebody, or that they have to have their sump pumps inspected,
Yes.
okay?
And
Now,
if-
how are you gonna do that? And how are you gonna pick the
Well-
people who has to get them inspected?
Well,
What
that.
about the people that didn't have a problem at all?
That is absolutely the whole plan that our city engineer is gonna bring to everybody. So
Because I ain't gonna pay for somebody to come and inspect my
if people
sump pump.
don't get it inspected, you can incur a fine on their monthly bill of $100 a month until it gets inspected, because it's illegal for you to not have it go the correct direction.
Well, I guarantee you mine's correct.
We don't know that. You could possibly send pictures.
Well, that's, I
You
mean,
could
that's
possibly send
just,
pictures, but we have to make sure that it's done correctly.
just cause you got
So-
a couple whiny ass people that shit didn't work right, that now
But,
you're gonna incur this
No, but
deal
it's more
on
than that.
everybody else.
no, Mike, it's more than that. We had to call the MPCA because we had to bypass our sewer plant. Because of people's actions and the additional rain, we had to let it fly. Because it was so overloaded, and that is huge issues that the city has to deal with the MPCA with pollution. So it's because of that, these people created our problem. And now we have to address it.
So
Yeah, cause you weren't the only town that had a bypass.
Yeah.
All the neighbors had a bypass.
Right. But because of that, that creates, I mean, you have to call it in if you're bypassing.
Oh, I
your
know how
sewer
this
line.
works.
Right, and so because of that, now we are forced to react to what happened. So that's where our city engineer came, and he's like, we're gonna have to have some meetings coming up, because we're gonna have to have this huge project coming up.
So it'll be like, like when they put the meters in, every house has to,
Yeah.
somebody's gonna have to walk into every, because
Yep,
I don't have a cell phone. But if mine was draining into the floor drain, I would probably tell you I didn't have a cell pump, because I wouldn't want to pay to fix it.
right,
But,
Mine has
so
something to do with
somebody's,
floor drain, too.
somebody's gonna have to go into every basement now and check every single basement in town for a sub pump and where it's going.
See, if you're looking at
It'll be a
UV,
cost to the homeowner.
there's absolutely gonna be a cost, but we also have to make sure that our city is doing what we need to do, because we were in violation.
But it's not gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be like a charge, like you have to pay an inspector $50.
No.
It's gonna be paid out of the taxes, like,
Like, say you were hooked up incorrectly, you would have to pay somebody to do it the correct way, which could be a couple $100 more than that.
Oh, right, I
But,
understand
but
that.
you have to, you're not gonna pay to have somebody come inspect it, you are just paying for
If it's not.
fixing
If it's
it.
out of
Yeah.
compliance, yeah.
Yeah, like,
Well, I guess like Ryan's house and my house are old enough where the levels are off a little bit, so everything just flows to the floor drain.
yeah.
And we don't worry about it. And if my house backs up, we're all in trouble.
Do you have a sense of how many,
Right.
homeowners have, because there's a lot in the south end of town,
Yeah, I only had, like, water and sewer.
sewer,
I only know of like maybe 5 sewer backups.
okay.
So, and if there was more, they haven't reported it, but the Thursday of the flooding, our phones were blowing up, and I was the only one there that day. And our city guys, I was calling them left and right, telling them, you gotta go here, you gotta go there, this drain is plugged on this end of town, whatever. Like, their phone calls were backing up as I was
I
calling
thought
them.
there was like 60 something. Or was
I
it-
have like 50 houses on my list, but I'm willing to bet from everybody that I've heard of, or what I've seen on Facebook and things, I would say probably about 80-90% of our town had it. A lot of people had it and they just said, oh, we just cleaned it up.
Poor Sean's running everywhere and
Yeah.
I'm like calling him like, the
Yeah.
candles are done, we have no candle business
Yeah.
anymore.
No, it was terrible, pure world.
Do we wanna think about, like an ordinance or permit now for when there's a new sump pump installed?
Well, that's
So
all part
that's-
of this whole plan that our city
Okay, so
engineers
that'll be
bring.
put, okay,
Yep. There's a lot of steps to it, so he just said, let them know
sure,
it's coming,
fine.
so.
So does this, like, if I build a new house, state inspector comes in and inspects my electrical and my plumbing, do they check, is the sump pump a state law, or is that a city law, like, does the inspector check it?
I'm assuming it's state code, or plumbers should know that it's
Yeah,
legal
I
to do
would think
that.
so too.
Because it's not mine, we don't deal with codes and stuff, so I just.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
So it should be on whoever you hire to hook it up, should know the correct way.
That's right off the street.
Mm-hmm.
Front street.
Storm sewer, not the sewer. So, there is on our Facebook page, there is a survey on there, and I've been telling people, I gave them all my peoples, now I'm referring people to that survey to fill that out. So some people are still, but I think there's a date on there for shutting it down too,
I think it was the end of the
yeah,
month. You're talking county survey.
yep, yep.
Alright, we don't need a motion
No.
or vote on that. Rural capacity.
Well, can I just say, hold on,
Oh,
one thing, maybe just a quick round of applause for all of our city staff for everything that you guys dealt with on that day, cause that
Did a good
was,
job.
Our-
that was
our
pretty
guys-
stressful.
Our guys were, well, I was stressed out with the phone calls and everybody's upset. But our city guys, I felt bad for them because every phone call I got, I had to turn around and call them. And their phone calls were backing up and they're like, okay. And not once did they complain or anything. And so many people are upset about this or that. And I'm like, you should be thanking these guys because they worked their tail ends off and they're busy.
Over 4th of July.
So over 4th of July weekend, some of them were supposed to be on vacation and they were sitting at work. And they never complained. So I was very proud of them. They did a great job. So they do deserve recognition for that.
okay. Rural capacity grant from CETA submitted 135 hours. We did not get selected. Moving on. Approval of the City of Spring Grove water supply plan.
This is kind of what Tim was talking about before when he was here. And again, this is all, we talked about it, now the plan is here, so now we just have to accept it.
Okay.
If you approve of it.
I mean, this is what we gotta do, so.
I was just gonna say, like.
I'll make a motion to approve the water supply.
Second.
Ooh, Joe.
Go ahead.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Alright,
I put Joseph down.
Joe. Project updates.
I talked with our city engineer, Tim Hirschka, and asked him what was going on with all these, because I keep getting questions like, where are we at with all these projects? So the assessment policy for the water main project, that's what we talked about the last time we were here, about redoing this new policy to now assess the streets to the homeowners. And he said that that will be coming in the next few months. I asked him where we're at with the new fire hall project, because I was supposed to have gotten my RFQ back at the beginning of July, and he said that that will be here at our August meeting. Fest building lots, I think it was in February, we gave him permission to go ahead and start working on planning those lots, we could put them up for sale and start working on moving infrastructure across the street. And he said that maybe 2 weeks ago now, they got the field testing done. So they're just starting it.
Okay. Any questions on that?
Move on to
What?
Isn't the new fire hall?
No,
No,
this is all of them. He's bringing the RFQ to our next meeting in August. And then the Fest building, he has got the field testing done. But they're still plating, there's so many things still need to be done.
Does any of that hinge on us starting the budget meetings and
Yeah.
so we may not be able to schedule.
It's, oh, we're gonna have to schedule a budget meeting because we have not
we
met
have done
yet.
by this time.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to just start and kind of punt with some of this as best we can.
Okay.
And this is why I asked Emma to leave, because I talked to Tim about this stuff and he said she's not part of these projects. So he said she's not really gonna know the answers, so he said make sure she doesn't stay for that. That's why I went, oh, you can go.
Alright, moving on to City of Spring Grove water tower cleaning and inspection quotes.
Alright. Name's Ray Cook with McGuire. We're the ones that actually built the 200,000 gallon sphere that sits up on the hilltop there, beautiful tower. John reached out to me last month to get a quote for renovation on the older tower. So I came down and I climbed it, inspected it, gave an overview with it. With that, there's 4 quotes in the packet. 2 of them are for cleanouts. So every 3 to 5 years, want to drain and clean out, pressure wash that tank inside and outside, or not outside, but the inside, and then just inspect it. So on the 200, I gave a quote for that. On the 100, I also gave a quote on that one. I spread those out every 3 years with a 10-year contract. The nice thing about that is you're locking in the pricing for all the way to 2036 with 2026 pricing. No cost to the city until we actually do that work per year. So there's no fees up front. To the renovation on the 100, as you can drive by and see it, it is in need of some repairs. The exterior needs to be blasted and repainted, and because it's so tight to that building, that building around it, we want to contain it. We don't want anything to get on that building. The interior wet, which is where you're holding your water, that needs to be redone also, and the interior dry. And then from that, we have a recommendation of doing the new valve inside, fabric valve, and a new frost-free vent. So there's the quote for just the repairs, which is a total of $29,114.
I was giving a heart attack there.
Oh, sorry.
That's not what we talked
Yeah.
about.
And then for the complete renovation of that tower, I've spread it over 2 years, not starting into 2027, no interest, and each year would be $135,508.02. We would start the project and complete the project in 27, but again, the final payment would be in 28.
If I can interject here, in your packets, there is only 2 contracts, because I thought he sent me duplicates, but apparently there's 4 different ones, but I do have them printed out right here if you guys wanna look them all over. But we have one for the repairs, we have one for renovation, we have another one, because we have 2 water towers. One for the 200 sphere and one for the 100 sphere. And we met with Ray, John and I did, and talked with them, and the repairs need to be done this year. Like, the repairs are pretty urgent.
So $135,000, we gotta get busted on
This one is the $29,000 one.
there.
That is, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
the 29,000.
That needs to be done this year, because if we don't get it done and something happens, the emergency call repair is like 10 grand to come here, plus fixing it after that. And it's kind of too big of a gamble to let that go to
The
20,000.
$135,000, that's next year.
Correct, that would be the start. And you're not gonna get, invoiced on that until the project is completed, so if it's in August, it's gonna be, after that time.
Okay, so we have a $29,000 bill coming this year to fix it. And repair. $135,005 next year to blast paint and any other steel labor.
Correct.
Okay.
Plus.
So then the following year, then we go back to the 10-year program, or the 12-year, 10-year program, both of them.
So in 2028, it's another $135,000.
Correct. And that finishes a complete project for the
So
tower.
it's $270,000.
Yeah.
And this is a 10-year contract, like you mentioned, and,
Well, that's just repairs, then we have to start going to the contract for maintenance stuff, right?
well, no, this is maintenance. The 2 additional ones are maintenance for 10 years.
Yeah,
That's what I mean,
those are
just
the
saying.
clean out.
That's what I'm getting at, okay, so we
Like
got,
about $7,000 every 3 years.
Yeah, and we should technically be in this program right now, and we have not been. So we need to get into it and stay.
on the maintenance
Until
program,
after
yeah.
these rates.
So right now we're gonna have 29,000 for repair.
Mhm.
Then we have 270,000, 276,000 for big repairs on the little tank over the next 27 and 28,
Yeah, 271, 16.
whatever it comes out to be.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to quick math, right? And then, so we have these other 2 contracts for just maintenance.
Yep.
Now,
You had prior contracts with the cleanouts, but they've expired.
expired,
So-
okay.
I know we've been saving a lot of stuff for our budget meeting. Clearly the repair one,
Here's my question.
yeah,
Is 29,000 in the water budget?
we're gonna have to find it. Because we don't wanna find it next, or let's say it, things happen to it, and then we have to find that plus the 10 grand.
Well, knowing what these prices could be for 27 and 28 and for the next how many years, I think that's a little easier. But we just gotta find where to find the 29,000.
All we have on the side is the
Well, the other ones,
207.
we do have to,
We gotta get going on this.
they gotta sign the contract so they can get their stuff into motion. So this is something,
that we have to decide tonight, is what I'm saying.
yes,
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a motion to approve the contracts with McGuire.
We wanna wait on the big one until our budget meeting, but approve the other 2, or the repair one and the maintenance
Here's the thing
ones.
though, if we know we have this set, then we can go into our budget meeting knowing that we have to have this money coming in.
that's true.
We know what this cost is gonna be there for the next 2 years,
Yeah.
right?
Did you see that? What I circled?
You circling stuff again?
I just do that.
Is that the water infrastructure?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 50,000 in there. That would cover the 29, correct?
Right.
Go up the line,
Well,
176,000.
We already talked with Aaron about it, we found the money.
We got
this year.
it, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I said, I'd make a motion to approve
Oh, yeah.
contracts from McGuire.
Yeah,
I'll second it.
Maintenance and repair contracts.
I'll second it.
And then she'll come back and tell us what we need to put in every year to make it work.
Yeah.
We know the bill's gonna be there, so it's easier to budget, we know the bill's gonna be there.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
yeah, Mike,
Aye.
All opposed? Alright. Motion carries.
thank you. I'll get these to you.
Okay. sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Drive safe.
Tuesday County Sheriff's Department, June, our report. No, everybody look through?
Yeah.
job duties.
Who is that?
Yeah. I typed it up because I didn't want to miss anything. Okay, here to discuss job duties and discuss roles within the different committees that we have. And some of you don't know the whole history, some of you do, but over time, many committee responsibilities have shifted over to the city administrator position. Since I was hired, the closure of the police department resulted in additional administrative duties being assigned to me. The work previously handled by 2 part-time CETA employees, 32 hours a week combined, also became my responsibility, and my full-time administrative assistant position was reduced from full-time to only 15 hours a week. As a result, I now prepare agendas, take minutes, research projects, gather quotes, coordinate initiatives, and follow up on committee businesses. I am always willing to support the committees, but I believe it's time to return some of these responsibilities to the committees themselves to better balance the workload. The city administrator's role is to provide support, guidance, and carry out the direction of the council. It isn't meant to be the project manager or director of these committees. As a zoning administrator, I should continue to attend planning and zoning committees, provide staff support, and coordinate the agenda. Each committee should appoint one of its own members to take the minutes and handle routine committee records. City Hall will always be the first point of contact, but complaints about committees or council decisions should be directed to the decision-making body for follow-up as group decisions. This helps make it clear that these groups are the decision makers, not actions taken by the city administrator or me myself alone, and reduces my risk and all of the city staff being at risk for being accused of abusing their authority while carrying out our duties. As outlined in my job description, I've shared that with you. My role is to coordinate with the committees, not coordinate all the committees' work. There's a difference. I'd really like to find a way to make take some of this responsibility off my plate. Compared to other cities I've spoken with, other city administrators typically are not responsible for these duties that I'm currently doing. Right now, my role is functioning more like an executive position than a traditional city administrator, but without the compensation that typically comes with that level of responsibility.
So if I understand this correctly, you're looking for more tasks.
No. I am looking for committees to start taking
I think
on
that's needed. The committees
Yep.
need to have their own,
their own legwork.
that's gotta be done,
That's
that
what
needs
I
to
thought
happen.
it should be from
Absolutely.
day one.
I mean, my job, everything that I'm doing is in my job description, so I can't argue that. But I don't need to be the person doing it for all these committees. I'm doing the legwork, I'm doing the agendas, I'm doing the minutes, I'm doing all the follow-up, and they come home and come back to the next meeting, and I'm doing it all over again. And I have so much on my plate, I feel like I just need to push some of this back onto the committees themselves.
Yeah, I feel that
That's not
your
necessary.
job should just be to be there and then bring it to the council, or
They can
once
review
they
the
hand it
minutes,
off to you,
then
once they've
you
done
pass it on to
it.
the council.
You know, like
That's how it should be.
we did have this discussion earlier, Jan and I did, and the thing is, like we said, you know, yeah, EDA in person is one thing, but zoning, but she's gotta get the zoning applications anyway.
I'm the zoning administrator,
And she's
so,
zoning admin, so she's kinda gotta, I mean,
yeah.
I don't think you want me and him taking notes though.
No, I
Yeah,
understand.
I know,
I actually saw a really good invention last night on note taking.
I
think you can do
I
it?
saw the scribbles
Yeah.
of a note and then put it into Gronk AI or something, and the minutes came back perfect.
Yeah, I have that on my phone.
No, I didn't do it. I just
Oh,
saw
I'm
it.
saying you could.
I saw it done.
Okay,
But
okay.
it's gonna be a bit of a push to get that change to make, so what I wonder is, cause in your job description, does it specifically say you have to be in person attending every meeting?
And I think that was just, that's why you get paid the big bucks. You need to go do all this, but it's somehow morphed into,
It was, I think, it
do all
was
the work.
attend the meetings, but I think within the roles of a couple of the committees, it was, oh, Jana's here, she can do it.
Yeah,
Where,
that's why I wonder if we
because
wanna
I was
just, like-
going to all of them and I was
Yeah.
always there. So then it's like, well, since you're always here, why don't you do this? And then no, it's just, I do everything.
I think definitely, like, do our committees have treasurers,
Well, they don't need treasurer's and secretary.
The secretary.
Yes, I know Parks
like how the
does,
library
because
does.
we voted on
It
it.
should all
You
be
have a
like that.
secretary?
That's how it should all be.
Yeah, we have it all, I think, on the Parks, right, Jana?
What?
We voted on people
Yeah,
in our,
and
be a
I'm the-
secretary and.
Well, I'm the secretary because
Oh.
I was always at the meetings, and if somebody missed a meeting,
So you got voted as secretary?
Yeah.
Sounds like you signed up for that.
because I'm always there, so, and same thing
Yeah.
with the EDA, like, well, you're there, you do the agendas. And also, it's very important, if somebody's not at a meeting, and I don't get the, or they're at the meeting, but I don't get the minutes, these are a permanent record, like, I have to have them. So it's also making sure they get done and back
Well,
to
people can be held accountable,
Yeah,
and they can be held to that standard.
Yeah.
We don't have to,
So we have
Hold
to
their
make a
hands.
motion to have all these committees redesignate.
well, that's why I
Yeah.
wanted you guys to discuss it, because I'm getting burnt out, and I need to let you guys know that, and I also feel like something like this is gonna help our situation, like, I've been threatened to be sued by myself, how many times, or personally, how many times
Yeah.
since I've been here, and I'm just carrying out the actions of my job. So at least if somebody has a complaint, if it's planning and zoning, if somebody has a complaint about a setback, I can bring it to planning and zoning, and the answer's coming from the committee versus just me, so I don't have people like literally threatening me.
Which I thought we always did in planning and zoning. You always bring it to us, we talk about it, we tell them, we're meeting up there, say yes or no.
But a lot of people, like, in the last few days, will come right in, they wanna answer right then and there. Well, it'd be nice for me just to say, I'm not gonna have an answer for you today, I need to talk with our planning and zoning, and maybe bring it to the president, and if it's something that needs to come to the meeting, or come to the council, then that's the steps we
The
take.
committee
But-
chair, I guess.
But right now, a lot of it's just resting on me, and people don't like that. But I think if it comes from a group, it's less of a blow. And it's, the city staff, the girls are constantly getting yelled at, and they're just billing and accounts. They don't know half the
Well,
stuff
some
going
people,
on.
they come into zoning and say, hey, our next zoning meeting is done at
Right.
this date. If you'd like to attend, I will take it to them, or you can bring it to them yourself.
I wouldn't even say I can take it to them, you can bring it to them yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Here's
not
the
your
date
job,
and
they have
Right.
to show up.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the date and time.
Well, I mean,
So-
but if they got the application there, I mean, cause they gotta bring in their check.
I suppose
Oh.
planning and
You know,
zoning,
they
yeah,
gotta do
I was
everything,
thinking,
planning and
like,
zoning, they gotta get the application
Planning and
filled
zoning,
out,
that makes
this and
sense.
that.
But complaints though.
Well,
But
complaints,
like
yeah, some
anything
do planning
else.
and zoning. We've dealt with it before.
Well, then just,
I mean, hey,
yeah, for zoning.
we've dealt with planning and zoning before.
That's right. And it ain't been good.
And then he joined this.
Because I know, Brian, you made the comment before about some of our ordinance violations where people thought I was getting overzealous with it. Well, and you
Planning and zoning.
made the comment about, having the council do it. I'm like, well, technically, some of the stuff, the planning and zoning should have maybe been helping with.
Like, I was just, like, I still think it wouldn't hurt to just twice a year have the council just go look and ask questions on why,
With an officer that's
With,
there,
you know, like, cause honestly, I don't know. And when people come to me and they're like, why isn't that person getting a letter?
Right.
Maybe cause it's got a pink bumper, I
Well,
I
and,
have no idea, I
well,
don't,
there's so many
You know,
ordinance
like-
violations that you're not gonna know about.
yeah.
I mean, it's just too many for you, and you shouldn't have to know more. You guys are not at that pay grade as a council member and mayor. But I'm just trying to like get the word out, this is what I propose that we try getting back to, because it's the way it used to be.
The only thing that I have, not saying that against the idea, but
Right.
we did run into the problem with the EDA and money. We made a point as a council to make sure it stayed more at our employees level than, so I know what you're saying, but where are we gonna put that line of, cause the EDA can play with a lot of big money.
Well, and at our last
And
meeting, that's
you
where I
know-
brought up, like, before making decisions, whoever comes up with the idea of like, oh, let's do a new fix-up fund, they should call Erin.
Yeah.
Erin is the money holder, they should call and talk to her, and she might be like, no, you already did it once this year, you shouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
So whoever comes up with the idea before the meeting should be consulting with her on that, and or me, whatever, I mean, I'm there to help guide, I'm not there to quit, I'm
Yeah.
there
And
to,
they
Oh,
can't really
right.
move forward with money unless it has approval from us, right?
well, they can do some certain things on their own.
Yeah, you need to consider that.
Like we
Cause they-
just,
yeah.
we did a whole round of fix-up fund,
That's all, they do
2
that all the
months
time.
ago,
Yeah,
and that was like 12.
it is
But it's
going
in-
into their budget.
It's
so.
in our
I was gonna say,
budget.
but that's in, it's still, like, if they're gonna do big dollar stuff, they still have to come to us
Right.
for a budget
Yeah,
Yeah.
question.
but like the parks, do you guys, like say you wanna go buy a swing, do you guys vote on that and then it comes out of their budget?
It just goes
No.
into the budget for next year, so whatever we want for next year, we're putting it in now to Erin. So we get the quote, say we want a new swing, we get the quote on the swing, give it to Erin, she puts it in, but when you guys go through the budget, then you're like,
That's when we can't decide that.
yeah, oh, we might have to cut the swing out this year, cause we need this.
Cause like
this, that.
EDA, we did the fix-up fund, but we dulled it out, you know, we made the decision.
You have
To
just
spend
money
it.
within your budget from this
Yeah.
current year, that's why.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the money in your coffers to do that.
Yeah.
On certain things.
And or if you're at the meeting and somebody comes up with an idea of something that has to do with money, either you're gonna table it to the following month, so somebody can go and talk to Erin about it, or there just has to be a little bit more planning ahead on some of this stuff.
No, I'm not in disagreement with any of
So do you think it's okay for me to go to our next meetings and kinda start easing into this?
Well, and
All
Do
the
we
zoning,
need
there's,
to, would we,
hey,
would it be
there's only
better-
4 of us.
Would it be better to just have a letter from council directed at each committee board and say, this is what's gonna happen from here on out,
Right.
you kinda gotta take care of your own.
And I should be taken off of being the secretary for, EDA and parks. But not planning and zoning, cause I am the administrator, so,
Kinda, it's kind of your job right there.
yeah.
yeah.
We just help you make decisions when you get them.
Yeah, when I've talked to other cities, the only ones that they do, any night meetings they do is council only. So, I was just seeing if I was too out of the realm of,
No, I don't think it's, I think it's fair enough to ask, you got a lot more members on the other committees that can,
But I mean, is it okay for us as council to just say to you that apart from planning and zoning, it's in your professional judgment, if that particular meeting that month is important for you to be at in person, great, but otherwise, you don't have to be there
Right.
at every
I think that's what it
committee
should be.
meeting, commission meeting besides planning and
Right.
zoning.
Sometimes when I am there,
No.
then it's just assumed, well, you're here.
I don't think we need a motion on that really, 'cause it's
No,
not really.
but, do you want me to type up a letter and?
I just think that'd be the best.
Yeah,
It's
so
coming
it's
from
coming
all of
from
us,
us, not
it's
you.
coming from the council, it's not on you, it's,
And then I could come up with that and I'll have Brian read it over, and then the other part of it is,
that. That's a pretty low standard.
yeah, I know.
and
And the other part of it is when I or city staff employees get complaints, which we do quite often. I mean, some we can handle, but some if it rises to where I feel like it needs to come back to the,
well, there's, before you started, there was times when I first started planning and zoning, I'd have people showing up at the door.
oh, I believe it,
Because-
yeah.
What had happened, like, we decided something in zoning, and all of a sudden, it did not get portrayed out that way.
Right,
And it's like, no, this is what we voted on in planning and zoning. Well, this is what we were told. I'm like, okay, somebody went, you know, we came together as a group, came up with a decision, and then the decision got changed elsewhere.
yeah, that happens.
And it's like, so then I got my butt chewed because I
Yeah.
told them that. They go, it's public record.
do you keep records of all the minutes, right? of the
Yep.
council you
Yep,
So
we
like,
have
if they
to.
have a question, they can come in and ask, that's
Yeah.
not like,
Or like the EDA, not parks, because parks is a little bit more low key, but, EDA has access to drive on a shared file, where they can go back and see the old minutes, kinda like what we do with the
Mhm.
council here.
So does library,
library, we do our own.
you guys have your own secretary and everything?
That's actually, we should be doing it at the library though.
That's what I said right away.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody's gonna keep these good records, it should be the librarians.
Right.
You guys wanna be on the EDA?
Yeah.
Solid pass.
And for the library too, for those meetings, I literally only go when they need me. Otherwise, they're pretty self-sufficient.
I mean, and when there's
Okay, so
questions,
what do we
come
need
to
to
you.
do with this? Just bring it to our committees?
Well, yeah, I will come up with a letter,
Or
have
for your
Brian
letter,
read it,
yeah.
and then I'll bring it to all of our next meetings that we have and we'll just talk through it, discuss it.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Good zone.
Except for someone, he's so worried.
Don't worry, Troy, you
No,
don't
I
need to take
I was
notes.
jabbing her. It's-
There's
it's
too
a
much
joke.
involved in that, there's no
There's-
way I couldn't
There's been
expect
a lot of
that.
jabbing going on.
Yeah, no, that's alright.
Okay, moving on.
Alright, Parks Committee. Consider hiring a part-time seasonal employee for summer flower beds and planters.
Yeah, cause nobody seems to be taking care of them.
And it's hard to get volunteers. I made the comment, we have enough for our council to go weed eat and water.
I've got a spray,
I
green
think we
sprayer
should
around
just
up.
put them
I
away,
don't
if
think
they're
you
not
got-
gonna get taken care of, put them away.
Yeah, you have bare ground.
And this,
No, I said.
my husband
Horse and a
does.
bobcat.
But this changes every year from council to council, so some years it's pretty important, some years it's not. But, one solution that we kind of thought of at work was possibly if we don't have a volunteer that year, clean it up and maybe have Morgan make some little gnomes and stick in there. And just not, because we pay for these flowers, and we pay up to $6,000 a year between mulch and flowers. And if nobody's gonna take care of them and they die,
Right, and I thought we brought up, if they're not gonna be taken care of, just eliminate it, just be done with the
I
flowers.
think, I personally think, just put them away. If the
Well,
planters aren't gonna be taken care of, put them away.
oh, the whole planter, well, this is also the plots in the ground too.
Okay.
Along Main Street.
I was, here's what, you know, cause I know, so there's 2 signs on the other town. Where it's put up.
Yep.
Are there any other civic organizations?
Well, I have
I mean-
contacted as many people as I can,
Yeah.
and I had city staff call people, and I've reached out to many people, but people are just not coming forward.
Okay, I was just curious, Daniel, I know the 4-H club does the welcome signs of both at the town.
Yeah. And then some plots that we do have volunteers for, and I'm very thankful for them doing this, but some of them aren't always kept up to what a lot of people would like to see in town either, so it's hard.
Is there a gardening club in town?
Yes. Nobody got back to me. Oh, believe me, I've reached out to everybody I find, but again, that is a job that was put on my plate to call these people. And I had city staff call these people, when we used to have a member of the committee, that was their job. Was finding the volunteers and that type of thing. So like everything just keeps morphing back, so Janet is coming back to push it back where it needs to go.
I definitely don't think that we should be hiring somebody to do this.
What would the cost be to you roughly, you think, bring a part-time seasonal person to?
I really don't know.
I think that we could sub it, like to a flower shop in town, but to put an employee in.
Well, the reason I'm asking, I'm not advocating for it to come out of the city funds either.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if we just, maybe the community foundation or something would want to raise funds to fund specifically this. If we were to put out
Does the
that ask.
school have any kind of garden?
Oh,
Or-
They have their own garden.
I've
Yeah,
contacted
that doesn't get
everybody.
taken care of either.
They have their own garden, they can't even take care of.
Well, okay.
Contacting people is kinda out, cause I've literally reached out to everybody
Yeah.
I could think of, for 2 years in a row now.
I think it's also the
Well,
Service
concept.
It's like the
Chamber.
school, okay, class, guess what we're going to need?
But
Do
they're out in the
today, we're
summer.
gonna walk around town and
Yeah,
do all
oh
this
my God.
stuff.
Well, that's where, yeah, they took, I think they took community service away. You know, back when we got in trouble, we had to do
The hard
community
part
service
with,
stuff.
the hard part with children is we don't have time for city staff to kinda babysit on certain
Yeah.
things.
That should be the
Two.
teacher going along with the class.
What teacher's gonna come in the summer?
Yeah,
Have you seen the garden they have?
I'm just saying,
Sits by the softball field, drive by that.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah, I walked by that one.
maybe
Are
if
the
we,
ones that are in the ground, I don't really pay a lot of attention to the in-ground ones, are they, are they
I'm
just
surprised.
mulched? Or are
Um,
they, like, do we just mulch them, or do they just?
we have
them?
mulch, we just planted a whole bunch of, native plants in them. And my phone at City Hall is ringing nonstop of complaints of how weedy they are. and I'm like,
So did you put native perennials in? Perennials or what?
I-
Natives take a while to get
Right.
established, I mean, they
Yeah.
do. Natives take a long time to
Well,
establish.
and that was what Laura was saying, that they didn't want to mulch it this year to let the.
yeah,
I mean, I know it looks like crap
But it
right away,
still
but
needs
if you
to
got
be-
natives in there, it
but it
takes a while
still
to
has to be
establish.
weeded,
Yeah.
because,
I'm gonna say something really unpopular right now, and I really don't care. I think they're a safety hazard that should be gone anyways. You wanna know where wildflowers belong? In the woods. You wanna know where trees belong? In the woods. You wanna know what you shouldn't plant next to your concrete? A tree that
Roots the
rots
top of the
and
sidewalk.
roots up and messes it all up. Like, when you have native grasses that are 4.5 feet tall, your average kid that wants to run in the streets this tall, he's standing on the other side. It's a great plan, but really, is it the best?
So your motion is to just tear down concrete?
Yeah, the solution, you can't find the manpower, you can't find any volunteers, blah, blah, just eliminate it, done with it, that's one less thing you gotta worry about. Just be done.
I've heard there was one person that moved out of town.
If somebody
because
wants it back,
the tree was blocking their sign and they couldn't get business. And why do we cut the tree down and keep the business? I'll plant 2 trees in the woods. Get rid of them then. No one's gonna take care of them.
right,
Everybody talks that they want, well then,
right.
get your ass up there and do it or we're gonna fill them in.
Exactly, the moment they start complaining about they're gone, they want, then okay, guess what, you're on the committee.
right,
I mean, I think a lot of it comes back to the complaints of the city staff isn't doing enough for it, but I don't really find, I personally don't feel that it's a city staff job.
well, and not
I don't
only
think the
that,
city guys need to be watering plants.
it's the same thing as me, every time we get a grant or something, like, everything just gets piled on top of their work. And do we ever sit and reevaluate, kinda like what we just did with me? Are we putting too much on their plate? I mean, that, and I know we are, I know they have stuff going on. So, that's why I don't feel that, we do have somebody that maintains our parks and everything, but that person already has so many things on the list to do, this hasn't been on it, so this will be adding another thing. And we can't get half the other stuff done.
Well,
So-
and then when that person gets told to do something, then they're doing it wrong by somebody else in the public who says, don't put that there, don't put that there, that doesn't belong there.
Well, I
But-
make the motion, if we don't have volunteers to do it, we get rid of them then. They're a safety hazard to start with.
Second that. And if you need somewhere to go with one of them big pots, there's a corner down by my house. Look nice.
You can take care of it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's in my yard.
Or just take care of it up there. And maybe this will make people come out of the woodwork.
Right.
I mean,
Exactly.
it's ridiculous, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
But you know, what, if
Maybe
people are
they'll
gonna
step
Call
complain,
tough love.
I
We
honestly
have a
was.
second, and a we have a motion in a second, we got vote on it.
Well, so
Well,
just to be, we're talking about the big round concrete planters.
And then
corner
ground
ones.
ones.
and the in-ground
Yeah.
ones,
And
all
ground
along
ones.
Main Street,
Yeah, yeah.
all the way down past the
One of my
library.
dog business.
Yeah,
And,
I honestly, it dawned on me when we were in La Crosse having the kid. There's a school in La Crosse that planted wildflowers in their weed eater grass pot. Boulevard, right? There's 3 crosswalks through that whole thing. Those wildflowers are 5.5 feet tall and they are to the edge of the curb. Who thought of that? Like,
I had an issue with this one out here with my kid.
we
don't
had
you wanna
the,
see the kids like coming? Like, I mean, yeah, flowers are great, but hey, I'll take concrete over a squished kid.
well, we have a lot of people on scooters, and we used to have somebody in a scooter come out here to the little chamber building. And many times almost got hit by a vehicle, and eventually did, but, we had to go down there, like, I remember the last administrator went down there with clippers and cut it down so cars could see somebody on a scooter, so it's not just kids, it's a scooter. Twos that are down below higher than a standing up person.
Any more discussion?
What, are we putting out, I'm just trying to think what the message going out is, so we'll say
We're
that,
shooting our shot over their head. We're shooting over the top right now.
but in the message, do we wanna say like, community groups are welcome to come forward and take charge of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
If they're not being taken care of, they're gonna
Yeah.
disappear.
Yeah, I don't only want the message to be, we're gonna pave them over.
Right.
I'd like it to be a two-part message, I guess.
Well, and they're gorgeous and they're
Yeah.
beautiful when they're maintained.
Yeah,
But if you drive up, when you leave this meeting, go look at them, and you're gonna see where my complaints are coming from that
yeah.
I hear about all the time. And I'm like, well, you want me to go personally down and weed them? I don't got time for that. But that's where,
Put it in your list right here.
right.
Just pencil it in there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back a couple pages here and we'll put it in there.
But if we
Top
had the
page.
people to take care of them, they would be gorgeous and they'd be beautiful and we'd love to have that. But we just don't. We haven't for about a year and a half. It's getting harder.
Yeah.
There's less
Yeah.
volunteers out there than there used to be.
So I
Put
guess
forward
this
something if
is it,
nobody
either
steps
somebody comes
forward.
forward or they're done,
You know?
Yeah.
they're done.
I'm gonna get hate mail when you put that in the newspaper.
They're just
All
the
in
best.
favor?
Call for a
Yeah,
vote.
yeah. No, I get it. As long as the message is like, we're inviting you
Right.
to chime in there. Yeah, then yeah, I'm in favor too. Aye.
Aye.
Alright. Motion passes. Alright. Discussion on potential public questions for electronic ballot.
Election.
Election.
So the election ballot, you can have your people running for seats on there. You can also, if you have a question you want to pose to your community, you can put it on there. Just throwing it out. If you have anything that you want to put on the ballot, let me know, because I gotta let them know by tomorrow morning. Like, do you want the flower pots? Do you go?
Just
Yes,
like-
I
Yeah.
know.
Do not put that on there. Don't put that on there.
Not worthy of ballot.
Just throwing an example out.
I don't have anything.
I don't think.
Okay.
Alright, zoning permits, there's just one, right?
Yes.
We don't need to talk about it.
Nope.
Appointing somebody for zoning members.
Is there anybody who would like to be on it that's not currently on it? Otherwise, we would have to cancel it. Because currently, right now, we have a quorum, but if one person can't make it, we have to cancel the meeting like we did last month. Which, we have people trying to build houses, doing stuff, and now they gotta wait
Yeah,
another
that's a
month.
problem.
Which isn't very fair, but,
I'll just say out front, I won't be able to make it, so don't even. I'm
but
busy,
don't look at me.
busy, yeah.
Look at him.
I'm busy, so.
It's the first Monday of the month at 6:30.
Yes.
6:30. Okay.
I'm on it, so I can't do this.
I can't put down right there.
Truly do not want another meeting, but if it has to be done. Joe, you want it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. I'm on the Lions stuff too, and I've already missed 3 months in a row now. But I mean, if there's enough people for the quorum, if I can just dip out and go to the more fun meeting.
I thought we were fun.
We need to make people's hopes and dreams come true. We can just-
No, I
shoot
would,
him down.
Lions.
yeah, yeah, no, I would mind, yeah, I would mind.
Alright, do we need a vote on that?
I think you better.
I make a motion to appoint Joe to planning and zoning.
I'll
Second.
Okay, fine.
Can I abstain from the
Don't have a choice anymore, they just passed.
I'm gonna be your friend and vote no. It's still gonna pass, but
I don't even want you like
all in favor of Joe being appointed to planning and zoning?
that.
All opposed?
Just say,
Aye.
Welcome.
that's not bad.
It's a pretty quick meeting.
I have Morgan.
How many meetings do we actually cancel here because there's nothing to talk about?
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
true, too.
there's a lot of them too.
Mhm.
No, all right.
But if two people want to come forward from the community, then one of us is like, boy,
Yep, we've been posting and posting. We also have openings on EDA.
Two things there, right? Wait a minute.
One, because we have the out of town, but once she moves
She's
in,
gonna be in town.
yeah, we're still looking for
Alright, moving on to ordinances. Chapter 720.
We just had to update some language because we used to supply the meter sockets and wire, but it's been for so long, a lot of the electricians already supply it, so we took that out.
okay. I'll make a motion to update verbiage.
Second.
Any more discussion?
Aye.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Moving along.
Once you get home.
You know.
Me too.
Alright, what is it? Fees and license permit.
This goes back to a while back, Morgan brought up the question of why are we penalizing people for,
Did you tell her the answer you got told today?
no, cause I haven't talked to her. Penalizing people that are trying to make beautiful things in their yard, so pertaining to yard art. If somebody has an old vehicle and they meet the specifications for yard art, putting it on a hard surface with flowers around it, making it a beautiful thing, it's not considered a junk vehicle. And right now, currently, the permit fee is $100 initially and $25 every year after that. We currently have 2 in town right now, and I'm proposing to council that we drop that fee down to $25 initially, and it's good for the lifetime until we notice that they're no longer taking care of it, then it falls into our junk ordinance.
So they don't need to come back every year,
No,
just a one-time?
yes. One-time fee because we have to look into it and make sure that it is what it is, and then we're done with
Set
it.
up the police
Yep.
because I think there needs to be a lot. That was part of the problem, that's why we
Right.
institutionalized this one, because people were trying to throw
Right.
anything in as lawn art.
But then after the fact, if they stop taking care of it, then it's gonna fall into our beach ordinance or whatever, and it's not following the guidelines, so we can just revoke it at any time.
Oh,
So,
so it is,
yeah, we give them the
oh yeah,
first
right there,
year.
revoked, not kept up.
So what if they change vehicles, but keep keeping it up?
That's okay, I would say, because they've already applied for it, they're already paid for it. But they gotta meet all the specifications.
Where is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have a, yeah,
I'll make a motion to,
One time.
well, wait, while we're here, you gotta look at all these, 'cause there's a lot highlighted down here too.
So the first one, chapter 104 fees, licenses and permits, that's to change the fee. And also change the wording, cause it's listed junk vehicle, it should be yard art, cause it's, just makes sense. Cause when I look at it, I'm like, why are we finding people for junk vehicles here?
so what's the electrical and the sewer and water?
We did raise the price of the hookups. That was
From 750 to 900.
Oh, that is
That-
okay.
2018.
I totally forgot that I
You
put
raised
that
it in
in.
2018 or
Um,
you're raising it now?
No, we should raise it now, cause it has not been raised since that date I have on there, 2018,
Tell me where it's at. We haven't.
no?
Alright,
I went back
that's why I
and-
wanted to back up here, 'cause
Yeah.
if we're changing a fee schedule here, let's do them all at one
Yeah.
time.
Yep, I forgot I had that on there, to be honest. But I was looking through all of our fees and seeing when the last time was they were updated, and things aren't getting cheaper since 2018.
Alright, I will make a motion to amend and approve fee schedule changes.
Are those the only two changes? Or am I miss?
You got
Mine's black and
the
white,
hookups
so-
here, Brian, and
Yep,
then we got the lawn art thing.
that's it?
That's all you got, that's how I was kinda highlighting gray on yours a little bit. Make a motion to, yeah, change fee schedule.
Second
Do we have to select the amount now, or not?
I put it on there, what, I kinda researched what other cities around are
I
doing.
think we talked about that in zoning too, was one thing that we had
Yeah.
talked about.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. So does that cover,
Well, so the chapter 902 junk vehicles, that also changes the fees that are also in there too. So we gotta change it in both the ordinance and our fee schedule.
I'll make a motion to change verbiage in chapter 902.
Second.
we're just deleting that line?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, motion passes. Where are we at?
What page?
Mayor council.
Mayor council. Do we want it? We're talking about ordinances? Do we wanna look at next month talking about if we wanna do a ride around like Mabel kinda does? Not that it would be the only time that fines were given, but it would, I mean, people stop me on the street and say, well, have you been down there to look at that? Yeah, and it's like, I don't, you know, like the random stuff, like not saying that, just so the council
No, that's-
sees what's going on in town.
Or if you see something that's questionable, that's where she knows things, you just gotta ask her, like, hey, have you noticed this, or what's this pertain to, and if nothing else, it's online on the ordinances.
I still think
If you think there's something that falls into an ordinance violation, you can look it up and be like, aha, it fits right here, and you can tell Jana, hey, there's a chapter here, and I think this should be taken, investigated.
Yeah.
Technically, any complaints that you get,
Supposed to
just,
be anyway.
just listen and take it in and then bring it to me and I'll look up the ordinances and if it needs to be brought back to council, that's what will happen. Just listen and bring it to me.
I mean, I've had these things, it's like, hey, Jana, this one here needs a letter.
Snitches get stitches. But if you make it part of my job, I gotta do it.
Right.
Here's what I've got. Well, we're here to uphold our ordinances in this town, that's why we're here.
Alright, let's move on to meetings. EDA,
No, go back
Oh,
up, you skipped a lot, bud.
Yeah,
That's
all
your
those
comment.
points,
You didn't say
number
anything.
1, 2, and 3.
we never have any of this. The next regular meeting, August 18th at 6 o'clock. Okay, scheduled council ambulance meeting, set date.
If you guys wanna throw out a couple dates?
Well, I'd reach out to the Todds and see if they've got any information since our last meeting.
Yeah, we had a meeting.
We're all
last
ready.
night.
Oh, you did? They've got
And
all
I-
the questions answered then?
Yeah, cause you were there last meeting,
Yeah,
right?
we're,
I told him that I had this on the agenda for us to throw out some dates that work for all of us, cause there's more here than them.
no, there's 6, 7.
Well, there's only been Todd,
Oh, yeah.
so that's why I told him, I said, we'll throw out some dates.
Yeah, 'cause we had last time.
I thought you had some dates,
Dan and,
Not for that, but I recommend the end of August, because we have elections coming up and I'm super busy. And tons of meetings and tons of union negotiating, like, August
Those are
is,
things
let's
that
just
they
go through
wanted to
August through
discuss last
October.
yeah. What was that?
I'm already giving you a couple
Well, I
days.
just wondered if there was things that they wanted to discuss, like that they wanted to bring forward,
Yeah, well,
or
we
that,
just,
like, we need to move it up.
no, there's,
I think at some point, like, I'm gonna bring all of the information for like the new fire hall and preliminary numbers and kind of get you all updated on all of that. And then, including the ambulance, and then talk with them, cause I think they're all in on the city taking it over. But
Yeah.
at some point, the city council members are gonna have to decide, we wanna go forward with this or not. And then at that point, decide, are we gonna include the ambulance in the new building or not? And if we are, like, then we have direction.
Do we have a
So,
timeframe on the new build, the new fire hall build? Like, is that so, like, it's gotta be a ways out at this
It
point.
is now.
We've moved, like,
right,
miles past you guys in the library, so.
yep, absolutely. That's where, Tim's bringing the RFQ in August to our next meeting. What if,
Are
what
there
if,
grants or anything for that too, that we might lose out if we don't?
no,
we've had quite a few years to
Yeah.
finish that, don't we?
yeah, that funding is ours. What do you guys think about doing it after the next council meeting? If we're already here.
Can I have a smoke break?
Yep.
Sure.
Let's do that, let's do that after this council,
Cause I mean,
'cause that's fair week and
I
it's
already,
really.
right, and I already have so many other meetings next month.
Oh,
It's
that's
like-
fair week?
Gosh,
Yeah.
It is.
should we cancel our council meeting?
I might not be here. No, I leave Thursday.
18th.
I go to Colorado. The 19th, or the 20th.
You'll be here.
That's
Okay.
Thursday.
Yes, I make a motion.
So it's 7:30 right now. Do you wanna schedule it for?
Just don't have it loaded up council meeting, we'll be
Yeah,
fine.
we could do it at 7.
Don't bring so much stuff next month,
Okay,
know.
alright, I'll work on that.
like 7:30. I think that'll work.
7:30 is fine.
Okay, 7:30 on the 18th.
Budget meeting. August 6th, I would say.
We gotta
We're gonna
do
do
both,
both.
cause we missed one and we're down to getting down to the wire.
Tomorrow.
So,
We
yeah.
gotta get this done.
Right, so, Erin, well, of course, she's at the fair, gone. And we have a meeting with John before this, so we can sit down and get all of John's stuff in before
The
we get
6th.
together with you guys. So, yes. So these are 2 dates that work for Erin where she's
Two
here.
dates at 5 o'clock.
4:30 works better.
4:30 works great for us.
I love 4:30 too.
4:30 was,
Yeah, 4:30 it is.
I have a wife at home trying to put a 5 and a 3-year-old with a newborn to bed right now, and I'm getting hate texts, so let's prevent that.
So 6th and 13th at 4:30?
Yep,
I guess.
Okay.
we need voter just.
Bitch.
Nope, that's, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So send out an email or something.
Yeah.
We
Yep,
We
I'll,
gotta meet the
I'll-
day before on the 5th.
I'll make sure to remind you guys so you don't forget.
do?
You need to.
yeah, like,
Oh.
maybe it should be a text the day
Yeah.
before.
I told her
I
that.
will do
That's why I
that.
had something to think today.
Is that budget meeting a public meeting?
Yes.
Yes. EDA, moving on to parks, or meeting reports.
We
Um,
talked about Fitzpatrick's.
yeah, we're gonna work with the guy out at the EDA lot, he maybe is trying to sell that property instead of build on it, so we're gonna work with him. A lot of talking with Greg on some daycare stuff, so he's gonna look into whether, what we can and can't actually do with that. I feel like there was something more. Joe, you were there?
Those are, yeah, I was. Those are the, I mean, those were the two, I mean, we spent so long talking about daycare, I
Yeah.
don't remember anything else.
Yeah, that was the majority of it.
Who was there first? Or no, it was
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick
Yeah,
started,
they were-
then it was daycare, then it was. Yeah, let's just say that.
Yeah, well, we talked about how we brought up having a second round of fix-up funds for this year, but I'm talking that year.
Can't, we're
Right.
not gonna do that, cause we
So we're
don't
not doing that.
budget for it, so.
Yeah.
Parks,
So, I'm gonna hand this over to Janet, cause
Yeah.
that's why I don't take notes, cause I lost it.
We're voting him into the secretary.
Totally lost it.
We were talking about our pump track, that's kind of on hold because this was all when the flooding stuff was going on, so our guys have been so busy, so I told John, get your work done first, we'll get back to this one. We were awarded the Smith Paint Town grant, we got the colors and stain ordered, so soon the new, sitting in my house, log cabin and Viking Park will be getting facelift. And we will be looking for volunteers if they wanna help.
on that pump track thing,
Yes,
as a guy that moves, does dirt, yeah, or just push that off into the woods and start fresh.
yeah, they need more dirt too. If
It's-
you know what Midway, they can get some.
Well, that's there's
So,
workarounds there, there's a lot of dirt up above it, that's right.
we talked about, donations for lights in the park, and the city cannot give funds to, or can't buy food for entities, so, our parks committee is just gonna get together and donate all the meals, snacks, and drinks for UH Tree Service for a whole Saturday for putting all the lights up in the park for appreciation. We talked about 2027 budget, items that we're looking for that, we talked about the flower pots and plots. And we talked about Danville trolls. I don't know if you've ever seen them big,
Oh.
huge trolls that are gigantic, made out of reclaimed wood. And people travel all over the United States to see them. but then we realized they're between 50,000 and 500,000, and Parks decided that's kind of out of our price range at the moment.
I would
Well,
say,
Yeah.
But
Well,
again,
and the art,
like-
well, I know of the artist, like he only does one installation per state, and there's already one up in Detroit Lakes. So he would never even consider.
I didn't know that.
But on that note though, I think it would be cool to do some trolls in
Yes.
Trollskogen, but like
Yes.
no $500,000 artistry ones. I mean,
No.
more like the kids make up.
So that's
I think it's pretty cool to
I-
make them more
Yeah.
there.
It's
Maybe you could
illegal
get a
for the
bunch of
city
them
to
and hide
give
them and
food
find
away.
the trolls.
we cannot donate money to purchase food for anything. Like if I'm retiring, they can't even throw me a going away party with
Why
food.
is all the homeless people food then?
They just go like this, good job, but you cannot purchase food. You can only for like the pool or summer rec, but not for anything else. So that's all we did on parks.
Okay.
Call it awards.
Oh, I forgot. For library or ambulance, we had 3 ambulance members get an award for delivering a baby.
Oh,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
that's awesome.
That was pretty cool.
Morgan, Hannah, and Elizabeth. They got this Stork award.
Was it your baby?
I mean, it could have been, but not this time.
And it wasn't yours either.
And it wasn't his either.
This one made it to the hospital this time.
Yeah,
Good job,
Unlike the
Marty.
last one.
I want a Stork baby. I've done it too.
Yeah, you did.
That's pretty cool.
Those are the good days of EMS.
Yeah, great.
Library.
We just talked a lot about the new build. We're trucking right along with that. It's kind of,
Looks really great.
it's exciting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I started writing Trent down, because usually he beats everybody to it.
I'm real waiting. I did a lot of that.